Hi everyone, it's me Sammy. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I hope you're all having an amazing day whatever it is you're doing. This is another meals I made this week video. So if you are new to my channel or new to this series, then let me just quickly tell you. I'm a single mum of 3. I've got 3 kids. I've got 2 sons that are nearly 10 and 13, and I've got a 2-year-old daughter as well, guys. Every week I shop on a budget. So at the beginning of the week, I'll show you my weekly food shop where I shop on a budget. And then at the end of the week, I will upload this, my meals I made this week video, showing you how I use my budget shopping to create loads of dinners and a dessert every week for me and the 3 kids. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the point of view, like showing you actually how I make these meals. I break down the cost per meal, and then I also break down the portion sizes and the end results for you guys. So if you do enjoy this video, please don't forget to smash that thumbs up button and also consider subscribing down below. It means a lot to me. And without further ado, let's dive in and see what I made this week. It's Sunday evening and we're going to be making a chorizo macaroni cheese. So let's dive into the ingredients and the overall cost of this meal. We're going to be using 1 kilogram of macaroni. I've got 2 500-gram packs there. I've got 2 onions, a little bit of olive oil, a litre of whole milk, some plain flour, some paprika and some cayenne chili pepper. We've got some salted butter, some extra mature cheddar cheese and some chorizo. Altogether this comes to £9.49. Let's dive into the cooking. So to start off, I've preheated the oven to gas mark 6 and I've got a large pan of boiling water on now with a little bit of salt in, and we're going to pop our macaroni into here now. And we're going to boil our pasta for 7 minutes until it's al dente. And now while our pasta's cooking, I'm just going to finely dice our 2 onions. Then I've put our diced onions onto a baking tray. We're going to add our chorizo onto here now as well. Now I'm going to drizzle this with a little bit of olive oil, and then we're going to give this all a good mix up, and then we're going to pop this into the oven for 20 minutes. Now our pasta's cooked for 7 minutes. I've turned it off the heat. Now we're going to drain this into a colander and add a splash of olive oil, mix that up so it doesn't stick together. Now in the same pan that I cooked the pasta in, I'm going to melt 25 grams of butter into here now. And then to make our roux, once our butter is all melted, we're going to add 4 tablespoons of plain flour. Once our butter and our flour are mixed together, we're just going to cook this off for 1 minute. Now that's cooked for 1 minute, we're going to start adding a litre of whole milk now. So obviously I'm going to add 2 jugs of 500 millilitres of milk to this now, a little bit at a time, beating with our whisk. And then while we're waiting for our sauce to thicken slightly, we're going to grate all of our cheese. Now that our sauce has thickened enough so that it coats a spoon, like when you pull it out, now we're going to add our cheese, so our 400 grams of grated cheese, and we're going to add half a teaspoon of paprika and half a teaspoon of cayenne chili pepper into here now. Now we're going to season our cheese sauce to taste using salt and pepper. You could also add a little bit of mustard in here as well if you wanted to. I've just taken our chorizo and onions out of the oven, so we're going to add that into our cheese sauce now along with our macaroni and give it all a good mix. Now that's our chorizo macaroni cheese made up. Now we're going to pop it into 2 baking dishes because there is a lot there, and then we're going to top it with some paprika. And then these are going to go into our oven now at gas mark 6 for 25 minutes. That's our macaroni cheese fresh out the oven. Now it's time to serve up. That is dinner all served up. We've got my portion here, we've got Ava's, who's got exactly the same as well, and then we've got the boys' portions here as well, and tons left over for either seconds or lunches tomorrow. We're going to go and enjoy this now, guys, and we'll catch you later in the week for some more meals. It's Monday evening now, guys, and we're going to be making some fish finger salad and a really tasty dressing to go alongside it. Let's run through the ingredients and the overall cost of this meal. So we're going to be using 12 of our 30 omega-3 fish fingers. We're going to be using some natural yogurt, some parmesan, some Dijon mustard, a little bit of lemon juice, 4 eggs, a romaine lettuce heart, some cucumber, some tomatoes, some avocado, a few cloves of garlic depending on how garlicky you want to have your dressing, but we love a lot of garlic, and then a little bit of parsley as well, guys. Altogether this comes to £5.25. Let's dive into the cooking. First step is to set our air fryer up to 200 degrees for 8 minutes, and we're going to let that preheat now, ready for our fish fingers. Then got a small saucepan of boiling water on the go. We're going to add our 4 eggs into this now, and we're going to boil our eggs for 10 minutes. And that's our fish fingers going in to cook for the 8 minutes. Now it's time for us to make our dressing. So into this mini food processor, I'm going to put 250 millilitres of fat-free natural yogurt. Then to that we're going to add in 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, about 10 grams of grated parmesan. Going to add our 4 cloves of garlic to this now. You can put in as little or as much garlic as you want, and then we're going to add in a squeeze of lemon juice as well. Also, when our eggs are finished cooking for the 10 minutes, I've turned this off the heat now. Just going to drain out the hot water now, and we're just going to fill this with cold water to stop the cooking process. And then back to our dressing, we're just going to add a small handful of fresh parsley leaves into this now, and then we're going to blitz this in our food processor until it's smooth. And that is our dressing ready to use on our salad. It's absolutely delicious, guys. It's tangy, it's got the sharpness from the lemon juice, and then we've got the slight hint of parsley, got loads of garlic in there as well, and the mustard and the yogurt make it really pop in the mouth as well. It's absolutely delicious. Definitely one of my favorite dressings. We're gonna set that aside now until we're ready to serve. Now it's time to get our salads ready, guys. So we're gonna be chopping up our lettuce, our avocado, our cucumber and our tomatoes, and getting that ready on our plates. Now I've finished prepping our salads. We've got our lettuce, our avocado, our cucumber and our tomatoes all on our plates. Now Ava's got the same as well, and the boys and mine. Now what we're going to do is take our eggs out of our shells, cut them into quarters and pop them on the plate as well. Now we've got our eggs on our plates. We've got our fish fingers finished cooking, so we're going to chop those into quarters now and scatter them over our plates. Now the last step is just to drizzle over a little bit of our dressing. And that is our Monday night dinner all served up, guys. We've got my portion here, we've got the boys' salads right here, and then Ava's got the exact same as well, just minus the dressing, and I've left her fish fingers whole because she likes to hold them to eat them. And yeah, guys, we're gonna go and enjoy this now, and we'll catch you in a little while for some pudding. It's pudding time now, and we're gonna be making a toffee apple crumble. We're gonna be serving it with some ice cream as well, but that's still in my freezer. But let's run through the ingredients that we're gonna need to make this toffee apple crumble. First up, we need 6 Bramley apples. I'm then going to be using some of this Nestle Carnation caramel drizzle, but you can use any sort of toffee or caramel sauce. Going to need some plain flour, some Scottish porridge oats, some ground ginger, some light brown sugar, and some unsalted butter. That's everything we need, guys. Let's dive into the baking. First thing to do is to peel and core all of our apples and cut them into chunks and pop them into a small saucepan. Had to upgrade the saucepan because I massively underestimated how many apples this was going to create. So this is our apples all chopped into chunks now, peeled and cored. Now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of water to this and 25 grams of butter. Now what we're going to do is cover this with a lid. We're going to put it on a low flame, and we're going to cook this for about 10 minutes until it starts to soften, and we're going to stir it occasionally. And I've just turned our oven on to gas mark 4 now to preheat. Now into this bowl, we're going to pop 125 grams of our unsalted butter, 175 grams of our plain flour. I'm using gluten-free, but you can use just regular, and then half a teaspoon of ground ginger is going to go into that as well. And then using our fingertips and the rubbing in method, we're going to rub the butter, flour and ginger all together until it resembles breadcrumbs. Now to our topping mixture, we're going to add 25 grams of oats and give that a good stir. And that is our topping mixture all mixed together, and I've just weighed out 100 grams of brown sugar as well. That's all our components done now. We just got to wait for our apples for a couple more minutes. Now our apples have cooked for the 10 minutes and starting to soften, looking a little something like this. Now we're going to transfer this into a large baking dish. Now our apples are in our baking dish. We're going to add 8 tablespoons of our toffee or caramel sauce onto the top of this now. Now on top of this, we're going to pop our crumble mixture, and then on top of our crumble mixture, we're just going to sprinkle our 100 grams of brown sugar. Now we're going to pop our completed crumble onto a baking tray, and then this is going to go into the oven, preheated at gas mark 4 for 40 to 50 minutes until the top is crisp and golden. This has now been baking for 45 minutes. I wish you guys could smell how incredible this is. And yeah, we're going to serve this up now with some vanilla ice cream. And that is our toffee apple crumble served with vanilla ice cream. This is absolutely insane, guys. By far one of my favourite puddings I've done in a very long time. Loads left over as well for seconds and for dessert tomorrow as well, guys. So yeah, we're going to go and enjoy this now, and we'll catch you later in the week for some more meals. It's Tuesday evening, guys, and this evening we're going to be doing a twist on the classic jacket potato with beans and cheese, and we're making a curried bean and paneer topping for our jacket potatoes. Let's run through the ingredients and the overall cost of this meal. We're going to be using this whole pack of baby spinach, a couple of tablespoons of curry paste. I'm using tikka masala, but you can use whatever your preference is. 1 tin of baked beans, about half of a pack of coriander, so about 15 grams. Then going to be using the majority of this packet of paneer. This is also freezable, so I'll be putting whatever I don't use in the freezer for a later date to save on waste. Then we're going to be using 8 poppadoms and some mango chutney to serve, and then of course we've got our 4 baking potatoes. Altogether this comes to £5.79. Let's dive into the cooking. We're going to be cooking our jacket potatoes in our air fryer. So we're setting it at 180 degrees for an hour, and I'm just going to start that now so that that can preheat. To prep our potatoes, I've just stabbed them all over multiple times with a fork, and then we're going to pop these into the air fryer. That's our potatoes going in now for 1 hour. Now the potatoes have been cooking for 25 minutes. We're going to spray them with a little bit of olive oil, season with salt and pepper, turn them over and do exactly the same thing. Then we're going to pop our seasoned potatoes back in the air fryer for the last 35 minutes. So I've just roughly chopped up half of that pack of coriander, and I've set some of the leaves aside for garnish at the end. I've put 150 grams of our paneer into this bowl. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of curry paste to this now and just let that marinate for a few minutes. When our potatoes have 10 minutes left to go on them, we're going to pop our saucepan on the hob and we're going to heat that to a very high heat without any oil in it. Then we're going to pop our paneer and our curry paste into our pan now and cook that for 5 minutes. And then to our paneer, once it's finished cooking for the 5 minutes, we're going to add our entire pack of spinach, which is 180 grams of baby spinach, into here now until it's wilted. And then we're going to add our whole tin of baked beans into this now, giving it a really good mix and just simmering it through until it's all heated up. Once that's all heated through and smelling absolutely incredible, by the way, we're going to turn this off the heat now and mix in our coriander leaves. Once our jacket potatoes are cooked, I've just cut a cross section in the top, folded them out and then mashed the potato in the middle. Then we're going to top it with our curry beans and paneer. And that is our jacket potatoes all served up. I've garnished with a little bit of coriander leaves on top, and then we've got some mango chutney in these cute little pots with some poppadoms on the side. You can also crush up the poppadom and pop it on top of the jacket. That adds a really nice texture as well, but I've just left it on the side for the boys to decide. So we've got Liam's over there, doesn't want mango chutney, we've got Tyler's here, and we've got mine here as well. And then Ava's got the exact same. I've cut her jacket potato into wedges to make it easier for her to hold, and then she's got a little bit of cucumber as well because she's absolutely obsessed and won't have a meal without it at the moment. So that is our dinner for tonight. We're going to go and enjoy this now, guys, and we'll catch you later in the week for another dinner. It's Wednesday evening now, guys, and we're going to be making some hoisin sausage with rice. Really excited for this one. Super budget friendly as well. Let's run through the ingredients and the overall cost of this meal. I'm going to be using 8 of these thick pork sausages. I'm going to be using about 300 grams of long grain rice, a hoisin and garlic stir fry sauce. I've gone for Blue Dragon. I'm going to be using a bit of vegetable oil, some crushed red chilies, 1 pepper, a few garlic cloves, 1 lime, and a bunch of spring onions. Altogether this comes to £4 and 14 pence. Let's dive into the cooking. I've preheated the oven to gas mark 6, and I've got our 8 frozen sausages on a baking tray now, which is going to go in the oven as per the packet instructions for 20 minutes. I've just popped our rice and water into our rice cooker. I'm going to pop the lid on that now and put that to cook. That's going to cook the rice absolutely perfectly, and it's going to keep it nice and warm until we're ready to serve up. And now for our veg prep, we're going to quarter up our lime, ready for serving. We're going to thinly slice our red pepper and our garlic cloves as well. And for our spring onions, we're going to finely slice as part of the greens, ready for garnish later. And then the rest we're going to chop into like 3-4 centimetre chunks to have some nice little chunks in our sauce as well. So I'm just going to get this veg prep done now. Now the sausages have been cooking for 20 minutes. We're going to cut these into bite-sized pieces now with some scissors. And because Ava doesn't like the taste of the hoisin sauce, I've just separated her sausage pieces onto her plate now. Then what we're going to do is pop a little bit of this vegetable oil into our saucepan and heat that up. And then when the oil's heated up, we're going to add the remaining sausages into here now and fry that for 2 minutes. Next up, we're going to add our spring onion chunks, our sliced red pepper and our sliced garlic into the saucepan, and we're going to stir fry this for a couple of minutes. Next, we're going to add our hoisin and garlic stir fry sauce into this. What we're going to do is empty the entire packet contents into the saucepan, and then we're going to fill this with water, give it a rinse and add that in as well. And then we're just going to let this simmer for a few more minutes. Now that's been cooking for a few minutes, it's time to take it off the heat and serve up on a bed of rice. And that's our hoisin sausage and rice all served up. I've garnished with a quarter lime wedge so that we can squeeze that over and add a bit of zestiness. We've got spring onions on top and a little sprinkling of dried crushed chilies as well. This is what mine is looking like. Then we've got Tyler's and Liam's minus the chilies. And then this is Ava's. Ava's not a huge fan of the hoisin sauce, and I really wanted her to enjoy a dinner because she didn't have much for lunch. So she's got some plain long grain rice, her sausages all cut up into bite-sized pieces. She's also got some tomato and cucumber
cucumber, and she's got a lime quarter as well because she absolutely loves eating them. So that is our Wednesday night dinner all served up, guys. We're gonna go and enjoy this now, and that is our week of food so far completed.
And that is everything that I have for you this week, guys. In terms of our favourite meal, I think collectively we all agree that the chorizo macaroni cheese and the toffee apple crumble were our favourite dishes for me and all three of the kids. Let me know your favourites from this video down below in the comments, guys. I love reading through them. And yeah, I hope you took loads of meal inspiration from this video, because that is the point of these videos. That is why I love sharing all the things that I cook. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the love and support on my channel, guys, and hopefully I will see you very, very soon for another video. Take care. Bye.